Hi guys, and welcome to the Self-Devotion Project. Yesterday was the end of week 9 of the project, which means that today starts week 10. So we are a third of the way through the Self-Devotion Project, which is really exciting. We're one third of the way, and things have already dramatically changed for me in all the facets of life: physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. I am feeling so much lighter, so much healthier, so much happier. Now look, I still have my days where, things will get to me and whatnot. That's being human. But speaking in general terms, there's my pussycat babushka. He wants to join in. Speaking in general terms and in overall terms, I guess, if you like, I am certainly noticing the change in my overall well-being since starting the project 10 weeks ago, I guess, almost now. So really devoting myself to these practices each and every week, these different healing practices, has really enriched my life. If you want to go back and have a look at what some of the topics are that I've covered, that I've devoted to each week, some of the techniques that I've been using, then please feel free to check out the videos that are in the video section of the Facebook page or YouTube. So anyway, let's get to it, because I don't want the video to go for too long. So last week was all about positive affirmations. So throughout the week, I would repeat certain positive affirmations that resonated with me, things that I wanted to work on. I would repeat them over and over in my mind and really feel what those positive affirmations meant for me, and really believe that, I was worthy of receiving those affirmations in my life. And, as a psychologist, I was saying in the last video, that's something that I already value quite highly and already do in my life on a regular basis. But I did find, obviously, it being the task of the week, that I did devote myself just that little bit more to it. And look, I always find that it's very helpful. I always find that it helps you, to feel better, to feel that you can achieve more, and that you're worthy and good enough, and all of those things. It really helps to knock a lot of those belief systems that we have. At least on a conscious level, it really helps us in the present moment to feel better about life and about our abilities and what it is that we deserve and what we can achieve. So moving on to week 10 now. Week 10. It's gone pretty quick. Like at the beginning, it kind of felt like, wow, 30 weeks, this is going to be intense. But week 10 already. And I've decided, I always sort of look at what's going on in my life when I decide what's going to be, the following week's technique of the week. It's something that I usually don't decide until the first day of the following week. So this morning when I woke up, I was thinking about the fact that my weight loss, which is a big part of this project for me, has been quite slow and quite stagnant the last couple of weeks. So I wanted to bring in a technique this week that was really going to hone in on that and allow me to see if I can manifest a little bit of a faster weight loss in the next 7 days. So I've decided to go with guided imagery. Now, what I mean by that is probably what most of you know or refer to as guided visualization. The reason that I call it guided imagery is because I think calling it visualization cuts it a little bit short, given that it's not just a visual technique. So a lot of people think of guided visualization, or what I call guided imagery, as just thinking about the things that we want to see happen in our lives. So I guess, it's a meditation technique where we get comfortable, we close our eyes, we take the deep breaths, all the normal stuff, and then we kind of imagine, if you like, the things or the thing that we might like to manifest in our lives, the thing that we want to make real via our thoughts. The reason that I would prefer to call it guided imagery is because I don't believe that it's just a mental task. I believe that it involves the whole body, the emotions of the body, and all of the senses. So when I do a guided imagery, yes, I certainly imagine like either a scene playing out like a movie with myself in that scene achieving or being what it is that I want, but I also really feel it. So I really feel into the imaginary story. I use all of my senses. I might be able to smell or taste or feel or touch or see all of those things all at the same time, because I think the more that you really get involved in it, the more that you have manifesting power. So a really cool example, they did a scientific research study on a group of athletes. And so what they did is they hooked them up to these machines and they got them to imagine themselves running a race purely in their minds. So these were like runners. And what they found was that the brain fires in exactly the same way when they're imagining the race in their minds as what it fires off when they're really actually running and really actually doing the race in reality. So what that shows us is the brain doesn't differentiate between what you can imagine and what's actually reality. That's key. So it's like the Buddha said, imagination is life's preview of coming attractions. So I guess what that's telling us is that we can actually believe and perceive and imagine what we want and make it real. So I'm going to keep this video short so that more of you have the time to actually sit and watch it. I will be posting things up during the week that give you more information about guided imagery and a couple of the different ways that you can do it. But for now, that just gives you a really nice introduction. So it is meditation, getting into the moment, taking the deep breaths, allowing your brainwaves to drop into that sort of self-hypnotic state, so that then you can really make some changes in those belief systems. So this is a subconscious task. Guided imagery is about the subconscious mind. It is about changing some of that programming and allowing your mind and body to receive the goodness that you want to receive in your life. So for me this week, it's going to be me focusing on the weight loss, and I might focus on the cells of my body, my metabolism, just moving that little bit faster and allowing some of that weight to shift a little bit faster. So I'm really going to see actually this week if I can drop a little bit more weight than what I have been dropping in previous weeks via the power of guided imagery, and I'll let you guys know how I go. So thanks for watching. Have a beautiful, light-filled, amazing, blessing-filled week, and I will be with you again next week. Have a good day. Much love.